I didn't love my last drag transformation, so I'm here to do it again. She was cute, but I think we can do better than looking like Dumbledore's mistress wench. I haven't been in drag in months, and I actually miss it quite a bit. So when I think back, I was really in this stale, natural glam, and I'm just like, why? Get ready, because today we're gonna pop off in pussy stunt. If you're ugly, you're gonna love this. I've got a laundry list of prep to do before we even begin, so buckle up. I haven't shaved in 3 months, and my face is on fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a little ice facial. I feel like I always see menopausal women doing this in movies and on TV, so the shoe fits. Keeps the skin young. The thing I'm using is some essential oil. This is like a blend of kind of a few different things. Name brand moisturizers just dry me out or break me out, so the only thing I put on my face for like a decade now is essential oil or vitamin E oil or almond oil. Jeremy makes fun of me because I go like this to get the oil all up into my eye creases, but we'll see who's laughing in 30 years. Just wiping any excess oil out of my brows and using purple glue stick to laminate my brows down. Is that the word we're using for this technique these days? Laminating? I've thought about getting this done like they do on Instagram. Does that actually work? We're brushing the brows up and over so they're kind of at a diagonal. We're being mindful about the placement of these brows. I'm gonna block them almost completely, but you'll still be able to see a few of the hairs in where my new eyebrow will be. So we want them to be laid nice. By the way, for those interested in my life, I've been house sitting cabin land for the last couple of weeks, which is where I'm filming this. We have to travel to LA in a couple weeks for some work, and then after that we'll be getting back into doing more van life stuff. I'm excited because it's actually spring now and we can enjoy van life in some nice weather. Wow, van life during nice weather? Can't relate. While our first layer of glue stick is drying, I'm gonna take this drywall spackle and smooth it over my pores. While that dries, I'm adding a second layer of glue stick. If I was going out to the club, I would use like 3 or 4 layers of this, but since that is not the case today, 2 should be fine. Now I'm using a second primer, more of a creamy primer. 2 layers of glue stick, 2 layers of primer, kind of like we're prepping an old decrepit canvas for an oil painting. Now that we're soft, bald, and snatched, we are gonna move on to one of my favorite rituals before starting a drag transformation. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a fragrance whore. And when people meet me, they always tell me 2 things. 1, that I'm way more gorgeous in person, of course. And 2, that I smell amazing. Even when I was like super poor, I would always save up and splurge on designer fragrances. I feel like it's more of an investment. It's an often overlooked drag essential, and I'm telling you, y'all need to start thinking about this more. When Scentbird reached out to me to partner, I was so excited, and honestly, I'm blown away by this. Scentbird is a revolutionary service that allows you to shop and try over 600 brands of perfume. Luxury designer stuff, indie brands, feminine, masculine, unisex, pretty much everything and more than when shopping in a department store. You get to choose what fragrances you'd like to try every month, and they send them to you in these very generous sized tubes. And if you look, they are quite generous. You pop the fragrance into the refillable tube, which has a twist up mechanism, and when it's out, you just pull it out and replace it with another perfume from your subscription. This month I received Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Alexander McQueen, David Yurman. This is such a revolutionary way to build your perfume collection without going completely broke, because by the way, a designer bottle of perfume is what, $300, $400 a bottle. I don't know what it is about fragrance, it just transports me somewhere. It makes me so excited. This one's David Yurman Fresh Essence. Let's give it a try. David Yurman, wherever you are, something about this. I don't know what to say. Let's try a little Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my god, I love this, so much fun. Oh my god, it's giving me like candy. See how the Gucci smells. Oh, I wonder if it'll smell good. I wonder. See how the Gucci bloom is. I really want to smell the Alexander McQueen though. Let me see. I can't read. It's called that. Yeah. It's like I'm walking through a sook and incense are burning. They offer super flexible subscription plans, so you can pay a little more if you want to get more fragrances every month, or cancel a month if you start collecting too many. Make sure to use my code PEARL55 for 55% off your first month at Scentbird.com. There's always that bitch in the dressing room who's like, oh my god, you smell so good, let me use your perfume. Don't be that girl. So to smell amazing, you need to start layering your perfume as you're getting ready. And sweetie, I'm not talking about these baby spritzes. I am drenching myself. You want this shit to be coming out of your pores when you're out and about. I love to do this right before going out on stage too. Such a vibe to come out and all of a sudden the whole room smells like your perfume. Get these tips, baby. I'm using an ashy medium brown tone to start this eyebrow shape. I'm not covering my eyebrow with any concealer yet. We're gonna wait until it's time to cut the brow to cover my real brow. We don't quite want Maleficent brows, but we are definitely walking away from the Brooke Shields eyebrow. It's just too manly for my face. We're building this brow up and adding some depth and dimension. We don't do 2D brows. Adding a little bit of a lighter color in the front here. Okay, how do I look? What? Now I'm taking a very thick, creamy concealer and we're gonna carve our brows out. And this should be the thing that takes the absolute longest. Take that line and drag it over so that you get a better idea of where you can start on the other brow to make it a little more even. If this doesn't take you at least 3 hours, just don't bother. It's about creating balance and harmony within the boundaries of your natural features. So yeah, we'll be doing a little bit more van life stuff within the next few months and cruising around trying to figure out where we want to lay down some roots. Ideally, it would be like not too far south, not super affected by wildfires, rural, but not hills have eyes rural, definitely not Trump Nation, some type of city vibe, like an hour away-ish near the coast or tons of rivers, has to have an airport nearby, not too rainy, not too snowy, panoramic mountain views, you know, nothing too specific. So if anybody knows of some hidden gems around the West Coast, please let me know. Now we're perfecting the skin with some foundation. Don't be like me using drugstore garbage. Go to the Sephora in your town. Concealer's next. We're gonna put this on in like an upside down triangle shape that is going to pull up the high points of your face. Usually I would take my beauty blender and blend this out, but I kind of want to be super painted. So I'm just gonna use this brush, setting everything with powder, apply that liberally. So think Mortician vibes. Grind it in there. Now we're gonna use a few different contour colors to warm up this pasty pale mug. I like to use like 2 or 3 different colors plus some kind of blush colors in there. I'm taking a smaller brush and just going in and defining this contour a little more. For a nose contour, I kind of want like a really ridiculous drag nose today. I just want it to look like 2 nostrils floating on my face. So we're gonna whittle her the fuck down to nothingness. By the way, I do have a lot planned coming up with Roxanne. I actually in the future would like to focus on her like full time. I'm homeless, I don't have a studio space, I don't have a place to make prosthetics, and it's just gonna take me a minute to get my shit together. She's gonna come back stronger than ever soon-ish. She can barely breathe. We're giving illusions today. I'm just taking some concealer and redefining my nose highlight a little bit, and then I'm just gonna set that with some highlight. Oh, I'm so good at this. I don't know. Okay, I need to stop this nose contour before I start looking like Carson Kressley. If you don't do this to your powder, just don't even bother. Just a little bit of powder. You know, you don't want to go overboard. You don't need a lot. It's only been an hour, but I feel like we're finally at the starting line. So let's start on these eyes. First thing I'm doing is drawing where the top of my eyeliner is gonna go. And once this line is drawn, I'm gonna avoid putting any product below it because that will all just get filled in with black. Now I'm laying down a rich orange transition color. This is just kind of like a nice, pretty, sherbety orange. I'm going to LA in a few weeks and I'm actually so excited. I'm staying with my friend Amy in Pasadena, and it's going to be really nice to actually see people again. If you're not blocked on Instagram, you saw me transform Amy into a high-end escort slash Instagram baddie, so that was fun. We might have to do that again. Now I'm creating a dark line where I want to cut my crease. I'm going to start really light with this and then kind of build it up. Now I'm taking some concealer and I'm going to cut my crease. Now I'm going to pack this pale blue shade right over that concealer. Now I'm defining this crease with more of a solid black line. This is going to make it super cartoony. I'm brightening up my waterline and gonna start on the bottom. Now just adding some of that orange on my bottom lid. I actually use another eyeliner that has more of a fine point on it just to get in there and do some of that detailing. Like that. And then do my bottom liner with the same pen. Pretty, right? So all we have to do is add some lashes now. Thank you, Anastasia Beverly Hills, for making an individual lash on a strip. This is like such a time saver. They're not perfect, but if you're wearing bottom liner, you can get away with them. I'm just gonna put a few chunks of glitter on my eye, so I'm just using the back of my brush to put little dots of lash glue. Do we love? Always best with some horror sparkles. We are done with natural glam, obviously. We're over it. Brushing off this bake. Once I'm done with that, I like to take 2 or 3 different face brushes like this that still have some excess makeup on it, and I'll literally just sit here for a couple of minutes and just swirl them all together on my face, and it all just kind of melts together and looks a little bit more seamless. There's like no rhyme or reason to like the technique. I just kind of aim to blend it all together nicely. Do you see what I mean? Maybe it's just one of those things that only you can see, but I'm gonna add a little more blush, like a $2 truck stop single mother of twins. Just have to show you what I look like over here on this side. Ugh. Lighting is not the best right here, but we're making it work. We need a nice, obnoxious highlighter on there now, so let's just slap it on there like lube. We're gonna do a nice nude lippy. I'm using like literally 4 different products. I'm still swooping over my Cupid's bow, but I'm just gonna really severely overdraw, like the good old days. I feel like in my last video I had no upper lip, so I always start with a nice dark brown to line and then go in with like a nude fleshy color. And we're gonna blend those 2 together. I think I stopped doing this because of the drag makeup police, aka the 12-year-olds on Twitter who were always crying about us drag queens overlining our lips. So, sweetie, we're not Margot Robbie, we're drag queens. We overline our lips. Okay, and then on top of that, just adding a little gloss. This gloss has a yellow tint to it, which is so pretty when you put it over other colors. It totally changes the look. This lighting sucks. I swear to God, I'm so much prettier than this. Okay, my makeup is done. Actually, need a beauty mark. So I'm gonna go slip into something a little more comfortable. And bam, bitch. Sorry I had to move you because this lighting was not working, but hello, there she is. Hair by me, makeup by me, styling by me, photography by me, lighting by me. She did it all once again. I would never ever show up in public.
Hi.
I would never show up in public with a pasty, pale shoulder and arms like this. I would bronze my whole body, but bitch, we're not going anywhere, so sue me. If I was going out tonight, the last thing I would do is drench myself in Alexander McQueen. You see all this standing in front of you, and then that fragrance smacks you. It's all over for you bitches. I'm giving you get the hell out of my way. I'm late singing for the president. Eleganza, opera lounge singer who you can barely see because the bar is so smoky. She's serenading your husband as you watch, and there's nothing you can do about it. She just took everything from you and your children. Can't wait to go take a shower because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this drag transformation. Thank you Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Love you the most. See ya!